Round 1. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Lindsay Gillespie, and I am here to discuss the affirmative side of the open carry debate. My goal of participating in this debate is to share and discuss statistics and facts about open carry in the nation. I would like to begin by sharing the definition of the term open carry. According to dictionary.com, open carry means to openly carry a gun or other weapon in public, or the practice of publicly carrying a gun or other weapon that is fully or partially noticeable. SmartGunLaws.org states that 6 states currently completely prohibit the open carry of handguns. 15 states, including Texas, require a permit or license to openly carry. I believe that all and any states that promote open carry should require a permit or license. DPS, the Department of Public Safety, currently administers the handgun licensing program under the authority of the Texas Government Code, Chapter 411, Subchapter H. DPS licenses individuals to carry handguns. They evaluate their history, their criminal background, their current employment, and really any aspect of their life. And throughout the process, they have the right to continually check up on people to make sure that their eligibility is being maintained. According to Texas Government Code 411, Section 171, anyone with any chemical dependence or convicted felon is not allowed to receive any type of handgun licensing. According to SmartGunsLaws.org, summary of federal law does not restrict the open carry of firearms in public, although specific rules may apply to property owned or operated by the federal government. For example, maybe at a park or a school or anything along those lines, whoever's in charge of them has the right to say whether or not the handguns can be used there. And even if you do have a license or anything like that, any place where there is any signage that says no carry here, for example, there's often churches that say no carry. No matter what kind of license you have, you're not allowed to carry there, whether it's concealed, open, shoulder holstered, or hip holstered. You must still follow the laws and rules of said place. Thank you so much for your time. Round 2. Research has been done showing that open carry can and has reduced crime rates, make homes and citizens feel safer, and allow citizens to practice their constitutional rights. The right to bear arms and keep arms is the Second Amendment of the Constitution, yet it is only legal in 47 states. Multiple laws have been enacted to regulate the use of firearms. According to OpenCarryTexas.org, every citizen shall have the right to keep and bear arms in defense of himself or the state, but the legislation still should have the power, by law, to regulate the wearing of arms with the view to prevent crime. I'm going to now read off a few different rules that are currently in place to help regulate the usage of handguns. From the penal code, any type of signage that bans any type of opened or concealed carry on a premise, requirement of your ID, defining the firearm, which basically just means so that way there's no way to go around saying, oh, well, it wasn't this or it was this. There's a law in state that says what a firearm truly is. Any unlawful carrying of weapons, so carrying without your ID, carrying the wrong type of weapon, anything like that falls underneath that one. Back to the government code, you are required to display your license. Also, eligibility to obtain the license to carry a concealed handgun. So that goes back to talking about all of any physical impairments, or if you have any mental impairments or chemical dependencies that may prohibit you from properly being able to use a handgun. I would like to give an example of prohibition. When alcohol was made illegal, all crime rates and usage and death went up greatly. For example, according to Gun Facts, in the countries of Australia and England, they have virtually completely banned the ownership of guns. And they have the highest rates of robbery, sexual assault, and assault with force. Each year, the Department of Public Safety creates a report of crime. In the year 2015, 43,929 convictions happened that fell under Subchapter H, which means any use of a handgun. Only 108, that's less than 1%, of those crimes were caused by people with handgun licensed. So the people that truly went through the training and were licensed, only 108 of the crimes, less than 1%, were caused by them. Thank you so much for your time. Rebuttal number 1. Americans do support the right to open carry. It is stated that 52% of Americans support open carry laws. And it is also stated that not only that, but 63% not only support open carry, but they feel safer in their homes. Gillen and Sherman in 2015 stated that 20% of violent crimes were lower, murder rate went down by 5%, aggravated assault was 23% lower, and robbery was 36% lower. And YouGov in 2015 is the site that says that 52% of Americans are very comfortable or somewhat comfortable with the practice of open carry. And in 2010, survey states that 63% said that open carry would make their homes feel safer. Mental illness is also something that is brought up often. Mental illness should not be a factor in this debate for multiple reasons. One reason is that according to Subchapter H, that falls under any psychiatric problems. Any history of mental illness is to be stated, and DPS is to be made aware of those illnesses to prohibit the use of guns by anyone who doesn't need to have them. Therefore, they make the decision on that. But it is taken into consideration, and mental illness should not be a reasoning for an entire nation to not receive their Second Amendment right. Also, as social workers, we are here to promote social justice, which, thank you. Although the argument that open carry may infringe on social justice has been made, as social workers, we are here to promote social justice for all, including those who need to protect themselves and their families. According to the Women's Self-Defense Institute, the average national police response time is 10 minutes, while the average interaction time between a criminal and his or her victim is 90 seconds. That means that in that time, the person that is being victimized may not be able to protect themselves. The NASW Code of Ethics states that social workers should act to expand choice and opportunity for all people, with special regard for vulnerable, disadvantaged, oppressed, and exploited people. So, victims are vulnerable. Victims are disadvantaged. And as social workers, we should be promoting social justice for those people. Also, as stated earlier, open carry deters crime. In the study done by Gillen and Sherman, it states that 20% violent crimes have been lowered, 5% murders have been lowered, 23% aggravated assault, and 36% of robberies have been lowered. Also, as social workers, we should strive to promote the dignity and worth of a person. In order for somebody to truly feel their worth, they must first feel safe and comfortable. And if for someone to feel safe and comfortable, it means having open carry, then so be it. I believe that for someone to feel comfortable, whatever needs to be done for them should be done within reason. And open carry is something that is within reason. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope that we were able to share some interesting statistics and facts, and thank you.